Indigenous knowledge refers to the collective knowledge, wisdom, practices, and beliefs developed by indigenous peoples over generations through direct experience, observation, and interaction with their environment. It encompasses a holistic understanding of the natural world, including ecosystems, biodiversity, climate, and sustainable living practices. Here's how indigenous knowledge offers wisdom and perspectives on sustainability. Holistic relationship with nature. Indigenous knowledge is deeply rooted in a holistic understanding of the interconnectedness of all living beings and the environment. Indigenous peoples view themselves as part of nature rather than separate from it, and their knowledge systems reflect this interconnected worldview. They recognize the importance of maintaining balance, harmony, and reciprocity with nature to ensure the well-being of present and future generations. Traditional ecological knowledge. Indigenous knowledge systems often include a rich repository of traditional ecological knowledge, TEK, that has been passed down orally from generation to generation. TEK encompasses insights, observations, and practices related to sustainable resource management, conservation, and stewardship of natural resources. It includes traditional farming techniques, hunting and fishing practices, medicinal plant knowledge, and methods for predicting weather patterns and ecological changes. Adaptation and resilience. Indigenous peoples have developed adaptive strategies and resilience mechanisms to cope with environmental changes and challenges, including climate variability, natural disasters, and resource scarcity. Their knowledge systems include flexible and context-specific approaches to resource management and land use that enable them to adapt to changing conditions while maintaining ecological integrity and cultural continuity. Cultural and spiritual values. Indigenous knowledge is often intertwined with cultural and spiritual values that emphasize respect for nature, reverence for ancestors, and a sense of responsibility towards future generations. Indigenous peoples' spiritual beliefs and practices are closely linked to their relationships with the land, water, plants, animals, and ancestral spirits. These cultural values serve as guiding principles for sustainable living and decision-making, reinforcing the importance of stewardship, reciprocity, and intergenerational equity. Community-based governance. Indigenous knowledge systems are typically embedded within social structures and governance systems that prioritize community-based decision-making, consensus building, and collective action. Indigenous communities often have traditional governance institutions and customary laws that regulate access to and use of natural resources, resolve conflicts, and enforce environmental norms. These governance mechanisms promote participatory and inclusive approaches to sustainability that empower local communities and protect indigenous rights and territories. Overall, indigenous knowledge offers valuable wisdom, perspectives, and practices that can inform and enrich efforts towards sustainability and environmental conservation. By recognizing and respecting indigenous knowledge systems, societies can learn from indigenous peoples' experiences, insights, and resilience strategies, and work collaboratively towards a more sustainable and equitable future for all.